Well, good morning and greetings, business communication students. This is Mr.D, and this is week number 2 of our 15-week course in business communications here at Cerritos College, BCOT247. And this week we're going to be looking at business presentations. Now, I am jumping way ahead. I started in chapter 1 last week, but we're going to jump all the way to chapter 12 because I want to prepare you for a very important assignment, and that is an individual presentation that you're going to be giving. The reason I do this is basically the way I broke the class up is it's 3 modules. Module 1 deals with giving a business presentation. That's kind of your big assignment. And then module number 2 deals with business writing. So you'll be writing 5 or 6 business documents. And then in module number 3, we deal with employment communications, and the big project there is mock interviews. So this is going to be you giving a presentation. So I wanted to kind of get that out of the way and then get you started on preparing your presentation and then recording your presentation, etc. So that's why I'm jumping ahead to chapter 12. So make sure you read the chapter and that you take the quiz. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And hopefully your first week, by the way, wasn't too painful and you got through it and you got started. And so now we're in the course and we are moving forward. And please let me know if you had any issues at all getting your textbook or viewing the textbook or finding it, any of that kind of stuff, because it's very important. It does come with the course fee that you paid. You should get the textbook free. And if for some reason you didn't, please let me know that as soon as possible so I can rectify it or try and fix it. But here's our home page in Canvas. I'm going to come down here to module number 1, and I'm going to select that. And then that's going to bring me to week number 1 and then week number 2. So last week, again, you started your discussion post number 1 about the do's and don'ts of business presentations. And so I'm going to move that down. You're going to continue that this week. I'm going to change the title from continue or from start, and I'm going to change it to continue. And as you know, you have a few weeks to complete this assignment, and you are basically making a list of your top do's and don'ts of business presentations. And then you're supposed to be watching or viewing other students' lists, editing your list based off of what you read from other students. Maybe they had some ideas you didn't think about. And then at the end of this, the last week before it's due, is that you're going to upload your final list. And by the way, I'll be grading you for all 3 of those steps. I'll be grading you for an initial list that you should have done this week or last week. Then I'll be grading you on your comments to other students, and then I'll be grading you on your final list, and that altogether equals 50 points. So that's what you should be working on with that assignment. I'm going to go back to modules here, and I went ahead and I changed the date on that. So now it's, I put the due date for the most recent week so you don't ignore it, but it isn't going to be due for a few more weeks. But this week you do have your check-in assignment on chapter 12, so it'll be some questions right out of chapter 12 that I want you to answer. And again, I'm directing you to a very important content, so make sure you really answer the question well, and that helps me to know that you're getting it and you're understanding what I want you to know. Then you have a PowerPoint that will also help you. I think I'm going to move that up here. And then you have your quiz on chapter 12, which is just basically 10 questions, random questions out of chapter 12 to give you a chance to see whether or not you're understanding the chapter and the content. And then you're going to be starting your individual presentation. And this is a big one. In fact, it's so important that I'm going to be doing a Zoom session this Wednesday at 11:30. In fact, right below this, right here in the modules, there's a link. So if you select that link, it'll open the Zoom session. And I will be in the Zoom session at 11:30 this Wednesday, and I will go over in detail this assignment as well as go over really the do's and don'ts of business presentations. So it's a little bit of a benefit for you to tune in and watch that. I will record it, but it doesn't mean I'll be posting the one that I recorded, because I've recorded it so many times now that I do have better versions perhaps, so I might put up a different version. But either way, I highly recommend that you join me if you can, or write in the individual presentation assignment folder. There is a link there to a video right here. Watch a Zoom session on this assignment. I may or may not replace that with the current one that we do this week. I might just leave the one that's already linked here. But either way, it's the same information for the most part. So you can watch that video, or you can join me on the Zoom session where I will be able to answer questions, etc., about the assignment. But that's a very important assignment. You're going to have a couple of weeks to do this. So basically what it is you're going to give a 5-minute PowerPoint or Prezi or Google Docs presentation, keynote. I don't care what you use, but you need to give a presentation that you can record yourself giving, and PowerPoint gives you the ability to do that. That's why I recommend PowerPoint. But you're going to create some slides about your 4 most significant life events, and you're going to create slides, you're going to have builds, you're going to have a navigation slide, and then you're going to record yourself presenting those slides in PowerPoint or whatever software you choose to use, and then you're going to upload the recorded product. By the way, sometimes it doesn't upload very good, just so you know. There's a lot of problems that students have. I'd say at least a third or a quarter of the students have problems uploading because the file size is so large or because their internet connection is not good. So you might want to upload it to YouTube and then copy the link that YouTube gives you into the assignment. But either way, we'll be going over this in great detail in the Zoom session, and I already recorded a previous Zoom session that you can watch if you can't make it. But either way, this is an important assignment. It's worth 100 points. You're going to do the presentation, and then you're going to also view and comment on other students' presentations in order to reach full score, which is 100 points. So you have a few weeks to do this assignment, and you know, in place of that, in Module 2, we'll be doing writing assignments. There's no writing assignments at this point, just the quiz and the check-in, and then the discussion post, which, by the way, if you, again, watch the recorded Zoom sessions, I kind of do your check-in or your discussion post for you. So keep that in mind. But that's it for this week. So again, check-in assignment on Chapter 12, quiz on Chapter 12. You're going to start your individual presentation. You don't need to upload anything this week at all. Nothing, just start it. I just want to make sure you start it. That's why I have the due date for this Sunday. And then you're going to be continuing the discussion post that you started last week. Okay, that's it. If you want to join me in Zoom, you can. If you need to meet with me for some reason other than that, please reach out to me and I'll set up a Zoom session with you. I do have office hours at my full-time college, which is Norco College out in the Inland Empire, and I can share that information with you, and you can join me during one of those office hours if it works for you. If not, we can set up a time other than that. But please let me know that you got the book. Please let me know that you're registered, everything's going smoothly, and if you have any issues at all, please reach out to me right away so that I can rectify and fix those. But that's it. You'll be getting a video from me every week during the course of this class, and